All right, so okay, hold on. The Easter Bunny. Jesus isn't a bunny. And if Jesus was a bunny, bunnies don't lay eggs. All right? And even if he was a bunny that did lay eggs, they're not full of chocolate. And even if Jesus was a bunny and bunnies could lay eggs and eggs were full of chocolate, then why the fuck do we hide them? So I've been playing with this new idea for about a week, so it's a little bit new, and I sometimes like presenting theories when they're new because then I'm not attached to them in the sense that I'm not too dogmatic in my thinking, that I'm not open to new information. So personally, I think that's the best time to have a discussion is before you think you're right. Now, it seems kind of obvious to me, but whatever. I still struggle with it on some issues myself, so it's whatever. I've been playing a lot with the idea of loss of magic. Okay, kind of goes with the title, fair enough. But I want to take this to a different degree or to a different level and see if there's a correlation. Maybe this is a false equivalency. It could be, but how do I put this? Why do teenagers rebel? Around 14, 16, give or take. And it's almost like a rite of passage. It's almost like, it's somewhat universal. Everyone does it. And those are the kind of things that I like to think about. What really permeates all different cultures here in America? And I'm assuming teenagers rebel in other countries and other cultures and civilizations. I mean, I'm not sure. I've never lived in fucking Uganda. I don't know. But here in America, it's quite common. So I'm playing with the idea that kids rebel, again, around 14 to 16, because, 2, 3, maybe even 4 years earlier, around the age of 11, they found out that their entire childhood was a lie. Okay? So follow me on this. Kids get read bedtime stories of dragons and fairy tales and monsters and wizards, Harry Potter, whatever the fuck, right? Then around 8, it's kind of like, I'm pretty sure there's no fairy giving me fucking quarters, you guys. Mom, did you put the quarter under the bed? Or under the pillow, rather? And then around 10, it's kind of like, all right, so okay, hold on. The Easter Bunny. Jesus isn't a bunny. And if Jesus was a bunny, bunnies don't lay eggs. All right? And even if he was a bunny that did lay eggs, they're not full of chocolate. And even if Jesus was a bunny and bunnies could lay eggs and eggs were full of chocolate, then why the fuck do we hide them? Yep, it's around 9, 10 years old, fair enough. Then obviously we get to the big one, Santa Claus. One guy giving all the presents. Mommy, how many kids are there? Because there's a lot of fucking children. I see them all at the playground every time you take me. And there's no time for me to get on the swing set. So how does Santa give packages to everybody? Start asking these questions. And by 12, 13, 15, if you're, an autistic kid, No knock, I'm sorry. Don't get triggered. But, you realize it's all been a lie. Everything they read to me as a kid going to sleep. Every tooth fairy, leprechauns aren't real, unicorns aren't real, Santa's not real, all right? Nothing's real. So, 14, 15, They start rebelling against their parents, and they have to find the magic in other ways. Because clearly it doesn't exist in the way that we thought it did when we were 7. So, drugs. Fair enough. This seems like the most obvious solution. Kids rebel as teenagers because they find out their entire childhood was a fucking lie. And then you add that to hormones, obviously, puberty, stuff like that, of course. They're coming into their own right. They're realizing they can do things for themselves. Doesn't really explain why they turn on their parents, you know? Just something I'm playing with. Because I remember being high, 17, 18, 19 years old, and I'm stoned out of my mind, and I'm watching a Tinkerbell movie, one of the Tinkerbell sequels or whatever on Disney Channel or whatever. It was like some CGI Shrek type shit. And I went back outside to my yard on a beautiful day, paused the movie on DirecTV or whatever, and I was like, oh, bro, this is why you do drugs, because you're trying to find the magic again. Now, see, that's my own reality. So I don't mean to project that onto every child that rebels against their parents, but could it be, let me get some Gatorade, could it be the case? On some level, before I present any theory, they tend to hit me as like self-evident. Like, this is just fucking obvious. Okay, kids find out the parents lied to them about everything, and then they start to turn on them. Ugh. It's kind of morbid, but just the fact that it's kind of morbid or hard to hear or hard to understand the first time you listen doesn't make it not true, though. The dark shit's true, too. Right? And I truly feel that, like, we all have this loss of magic feeling. I mean, I know I do. And again, I don't want to project. But it's kind of like, when you're an adult, you're 19, 25, 35, or whatever, anything above the age of 15, you have that hole for fucking magic. So you're just walking around a Target trying to fill the shit with new shoes. Or you're at a convenience store and you'll fill the magic with fucking Skittles in a Disney movie later that night. Or you're a college kid and you're just going to fill it with alcohol and sex. This is why I think kids rebel. This is the loss of magic. There's nothing fanciful about life anymore, so we have to find it in other ways, you guys. This just seems obvious. Kids dropping acid, trying to see something fucking magical, because somewhere along the line of development, life got boring. And I'll give you a teaser of the next theory, but it's that this is in fact why people have children at all. It's not out of love. I mean, there's going to be some love aspect to it. You love your kid. You love the person you want to make a kid with. I'm not saying love's not involved. What I'm saying is that if you have a kid out of just love, then you're duplicating yourself in order to experience love. And that means we need to have a whole different conversation, because that means something's broken on the inside of the individual. At least that's my take, right? But the idea is that we have kids to re-experience love through, not through love. We have kids to re-experience magic through their eyes. And that would be the next episode or the one right after that. But that's just a little kind of how you can extrapolate this loss of magic into a much larger pillar of the paradigm. And we all know this. We all know that there's something missing. Some people find it in Christianity. Some people find it in science fiction, like Star Wars. Some people find it in drugs, alcohol addiction, sex, food, the obesity rate. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are looking for Merlin inside a hot dog. Zack Symes. These are the things I fucking think about. And I swear to God, sometimes I really think I'm right, though. Fuck. Masculine magic.